Greetings and welcome to Education and More's Learn Python 3 Programming at a Snail's Pace. My name is Marcus Gardner and I'll be the instructor for this course. In today's video, this is lesson number 5, Indentation, Comparison Operators, and If. What a mouthful. Yes, it's a lot of material, but they do belong all together and I'll explain why. Okay, so this will be a long video. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, comparison operators. These are our comparison operators. Equals equals. This determines if two things are equal. Okay, we can't use the equals because we have that as our assignment. For example, A equals 5. Name equals John. Okay, so we have to use something else for comparison for equals. So we use equals equals. The exclamation point equals, this means not equal. Okay, John is not equal to Kevin. 5 is not equal to 6. Greater than. Okay, this one is very common in math, so that one hopefully doesn't need any explanation. Less than. Same thing with greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. 5 is greater than or equal to 5. Because remember, or only needs one of the two things to be true. Okay? For example, I am a person or a plant. Well, that's true. I'm definitely not a plant. Okay? But I am a person. So the or is true with Marcus is a person. So the thing here, 5 greater than or equal to. Or. So it is equal to the 5, so therefore this is true. Okay? Now, is similar to equals equals, however, it compares types. I'll explain that in a little bit when I'll show you the examples here. Is not is the opposite of this, just like this is the opposite of this. So let me go and show you some examples here. Okay. File new. File, save as, lesson 5, click here, P, and then go down to Python, click save. All right, let's go over here so I can see these. Okay, so print 5 equals 5. We're also going to do print 5 equals 5.0. Okay. And now we're going to try print 5 equals 6. That will give us a false. And now let's go ahead and try the 5 not equal to 6. Okay, let's try those. Now, of course, 5 equals 5, so this will give us a true. 5 does equal to 5.0, so this will give us a true. 5 does not equal to 6, so this will give us a false. 5 does not equal to 6, so this will give us a true, because this is what this is comparing, not equal to. Definitely 5 is not equal to 6, okay? All right. So let's go ahead and click here, right-click, open in CMD. And we are going to type Python space lesson5.py. And we got our true, true, false, true, just like I said. Okay? All right. Now, let's try the less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Okay? Print 5 greater than 6. Okay? This is going to be false. Print 5 greater than or equal to 5. This is going to be true because it's equal to. Print 6 less than 5. This is going to be equal to false. And print 6 less than or equal to 8. Okay. And also let's go to another one with the less than or equal to. 6 less than or equal to 6. And we can put in this. That's fine. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and bring up our shell script again. All right, so first 4 we already did, and now we're looking at the last 5. False, true, true. All right, so this is false. This is true. This is false. This is true, and this is true. Okay? All right. Now, is and is not. Okay? Now, these are normally testing for types. Okay? In other words, print 5 is 5. Print 5 is 5.0. Okay? And let's go ahead and copy these and put in not here and here. Okay? All right, so we're looking at the last 4 here. Bring up the command window. All right, so true, that's 5 is 5. False, 5 is not 5.0. This one gave us a false. This one is the opposite of this one, so that's why I got false here. 5 is not 5. Well, that's not true. It is 5. So that's why you get false. 5 is not 5.0. Well, that's true. 5 is an integer. 5.0 is a float. So the is and is not are going to compare the types. So how about this one? What will happen if 5 is 4? Print 5 is 6 minus 1. Okay, save. And now run it. Okay, so 5, even though they're the same type, they are not equal to each other, so it says false. Okay, this one, it says true. 5 is 6 minus 1. Okay, they're the same type and they are equal to each other. Okay, all right, so that is the comparison operators. Please make sure you understand those, because now we're going to use them inside of if statements. Okay, now in many programming languages, the if statements are contained within, say, brackets or parentheses or something to let it know when an if starts and when an if ends. Okay, Python only uses indentation. Now, the standard is 4 spaces, okay? But I honestly have a hard time believing that programmers sit there and hit space, 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 space 4 times, okay? I hit the tab. And in Notepad++, tab is 4 spaces, okay? Now, Python will let you do 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4, etc. It doesn't care. All it cares about is that there is an indentation. But most important, do not mix spaces with tabs. Okay? Let me show you that inside of the if statement. Okay? So let me give you an example here. All right, I'm going to let us know. I don't want to count backwards, whatever. See, do this. So print new. So this is going to be new stuff, okay? All right, now if 6 is less than 5, we need a colon. You need a colon to say when the end of the if statement is at, okay? Now I'm going to hit tab, print no. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to hit 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Print bad. Okay. Now an if statement, it only needs the first part. It doesn't need these. Okay. I'll explain these in just a minute. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and show you that this Python's going to say, you're bad. Don't do this to me. Okay. All right. So let's give it a try. Indentation error. Okay. It doesn't match. It doesn't like it. Okay. Even though it looks like to us it's perfectly lined up, Python doesn't care. It says, hey, you use tab and you use spaces. I'm not going to allow it. Okay. So don't mix. If you're going to use spaces all the time. If you're going to use tabs all the time. That's all that matters to me. Okay. Now you'll get some strict people out there who will yell at me and say, Marcus, no, you have to follow the conventions. You have to put in 4 spaces. I had one guy give me a bad rating on a video I did on another platform. He says, you shouldn't be a teacher. You're not following all of the standards. Okay. But anyway. If your boss really cares whether you have spaces or tabs, well, that's something you can change. Okay, I mean that's not something you don't need months of practice. Okay, so learn with however you want to do it, tabs or spaces, and then whatever your boss says to use. If he says anything, more than likely your boss is not going to care. Okay, unless you're using 1 space for an indent, he may say no, use 4. Okay. But most of the time they're not going to care. So feel free to use tab. That's what I do. It's a whole lot quicker than hitting space, 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 space. Okay. All right. So anyway, we can't do that. Now, we're going to ask for 3 numbers. Okay. Num1 equals. Now, how do you do this? Okay. We use the int of input, enter first number. Okay. Num2, int input, enter second number. And num3 equals int input enter third number. What I want to do now is find the order of these 3 numbers. Okay. First, let's do something simpler. Okay. Let's find, using the if statement, we'll just comment this out. Which of those 2 is smaller? Okay. So what we're going to do is put if num1 is less than num2. The if needs a colon at the end. Print num1, then num2. Else print num2, then num1. Okay? And let's do print finished. Notice this is not part of the else. Okay? Let's do something here. Print yay. Okay. This yay will be printed right after this, but only in the else. This one will be printed at the end regardless. Okay. So again, it uses the indentation to know when the if else block has finished. I don't have elif here. We'll worry about that in another program. So this is how you do this, okay? So let's test it. And let's see. All right. So and let's see here. Let's enter first number 4, second number 5. Okay. Num1, then num2. Finished. All right. Let's try again. First number 5, then number 4. Says num2, then num1. Says yay, and then finished. Okay? All right. So now I am going to say, let's see. Let's just say A, or just say letter. Not int. This time I want a character. Input, enter a character. Say A to E. I'm going to use if, then, else, or if, elif, else. Okay. If letter is equal to A, print you entered A. Okay, I'm going to copy this. Elif letter equals B, and change this to B. Okay, I'm going to copy both of these. And change this to C. And then do it again. And change it to D. And then this time else. We get E. Okay? All right. Now, hopefully some of you will see a problem here. Okay? Well, what's the problem? Okay. Well, let's just try it. Okay. So, let's run it again. Whoops. Okay. Line 27. Oh. There we go. I didn't know I had a space there. Okay, let's try it again. Invalid syntax. Oh, I forgot my parentheses. Parentheses here, parentheses, closing parentheses. There we go. Once again, third time's a charm. There we go. Okay, first number 4, next number 5. Okay, enter a character. Let's say C. You entered C. Yes, good. Okay, so looks like it works. Okay, let's try, doesn't matter there. We want E. Okay, so does it work? No, of course, because, you know, somebody might enter in F. And it's going to say you entered E. Okay? So, that's the bad part about else, is that it puts everything together. So you got to be smart about how you use your else. Maybe that's what you wanted. Okay? So, what I would do if it was me, so I would copy that. Change this to E. And then you entered something else. Okay? Now, if it's by yourself, you can put anything you want. If you're with, doing it for your boss or something, don't put something like, listen to instructions, you dummy. But when you're doing it by yourself, you can do anything you want. Okay? All right. So now, if I try it again, and now our E will, of course, be the same. And now 4, 5. Now let's try F. You entered something else. Okay? So this is how the if, elif, else works. Okay? You do need indentations. You can have multiple things that you want to do with any of these. Okay? And that's the nut and bolt of it. Okay? Let's see. Is there anything else I have here? Nope. Okay. Let's see. I've got quite a bit of homework for you. Let's see if there's anything in here I need to talk to you about. Oh, yes. I didn't finish. Well, that's okay. You can finish it for the 3 numbers. And in fact, I think it's part of your homework. Yeah, it did. Good. All right. I do have a bonus question on your homework. It's a little complicated, but if you can do the bonus, then you're going to become a great programmer, okay? Because it requires some logic, okay? Quite a bit of logic. It's a little hard to do, but it can be done. But I want to warn you, it's not the way you're going to do it when you become a real programmer, okay? It's just right now, this is all the tools that you've learned, so you're going to have to use if, then, or if, elif, else for this other part, okay? So it's a little complicated, but if you can do it, you're going to have no problem being a programmer, okay? Because you got some good logic skills up here. Otherwise, don't worry about it, okay? I'll show you another way to do that problem later on when we learn other things you can do, okay? There's quite a few interesting problems for you to do. Some of them require you to know a little bit about math. Others just requires a little bit of thinking. Okay? Let's see here. Anything else? Nope. Okay. If you have questions, feel free to post them on the YouTube, but please don't post the answers. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.